So, good evening, everyone. Maz is okay speaking to us. Live and direct this evening. I hope everyone is doing all right. This evening, I want to look at the Edo governorship election and the twist that is happening within, or rather, that has happened within the last couple of hours. Honestly, it's moving so fast that many people can't even keep up with. The title of this video is The Trouble in APC. As you all know, Buhari snubbed Obaseki today. Well, he came back from Abuja. Immediately he resigned. And before we could get a grip on that he has resigned from the APC, boom, a court in Abuja removes, or rather upheld, the removal of Adams Oshomole. Wow. This is within the last couple of hours, a lot, really lot is happening. So let me do the following. Let me play us this clip of his resignation. Maybe that's going to help some of us to understand what is happening here. Now the guy just said, "I no do again." That's it. It's not by force. Okay. So it's unbelievable. Let me play this for us so that we can get a grip of what is happening. Okay, so hold on. I think something is playing up there. Um, so you know, okay, hold on. So yeah, I've got him back. Now I would want some of you from Edo, please get ready. I want to hear your view. This evening I'm dedicating it to my people in Edo. Now I think the fight is getting real. I mean, obviously, I'm quite surprised that the governor waited this long to make this move. I had expected him to have done this long, way long, long, long before now. You know, why would he have waited? Why would he have waited this long to just, when you fight such battles, you don't just wait for that long. Okay, so let me play this again. I hope. See now, he's I mean, he's given. He's given. We'd expected him to do that. We expected him to do that anyway. So you can see now he's resigning his. How can you stop a sitting governor? I mean, that is. Is there anything wrong with short people? How can you stop a sitting governor for Christ's sake? Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's. I think that's clarified that enough now for us. Let me get back to the crux of the matter here. Okay, so this guy is left the APC. I need to blame him, and where I blame him is that I expected him to have done this before now. I mean, what was stopping him? Because even before the screening day, I'd expected him to be hobnobbing with every opposition party in order to softly threaten his own party. And probably if he did, he wouldn't have been in this mess today. But hey, better be late than late. Now he is starting to think like a governor with all the powers you wield, and you just allow someone to just move you around and you know. Now, and not only that, he just done this. This is the next thing that happened afterwards. They, I found it actually funny. Let me play this clip for us. I found it actually funny. The way they've actually gone into Edo State immediately and they started removing the APC flag. I found it a little bit amusing to say the least. You know, it was indeed funny to watch. Let me see if I can get that to play now. Okay, so it was indeed funny to watch. Yeah. Okay. So you see, they are now removing
Oh
the
yes.
APC.
Goodbye to the APC from Edo government house.
Oh dear. Oh dear. That just cracked me up. See the way they just yanked APC off. Man, see, Nigerian politics be like the way people change boxers. You know what I mean? You use one boxer when you go to work, you come back, you change to your sleeping boxer. That's the way they change party. You just basically move from point A to B. Then the question that is in the lips of everybody, where is ideology? It means nothing. If a party, if a governor within a party could be stopped from recontesting, that is the height of absurdity. Now, at the end of the day, this is what obviously has happened. And you're looking at it and you're thinking, hey, people, how did we get to this mess? Again, the guy, honestly, I give it to him. I would rather say I'll blame him for not taking this decision before now. Because in his shoes, I would have done with the APC for long, long time ago. And beyond that, you see what another thing they've done today that I actually like is that they've gone back again and removed the APC signposts that is in the state. You know, look at it here. So that's one thing they've done. Hold on. So they are now removing the APC signposts, and that's it. They removed it. You see. So the APC signpost here, they just basically taking it off. Enough. And that is what we are talking about. When I say that this revolution must be televised, and some people say, "Oh, I wish that people of Edo State can take what is happening now beyond it and use this opportunity to liberate themselves." Look at it. We have people dying in Zamfara State. People in their hundreds every day, and people continue to use this party politics. Isn't it time for the people to actually wake up and say enough of this madness? Look at it. This is happening in Edo. Honestly, sorry. I think the video is lagging a little bit, but I hope it's going to play very well now. Yeah. So they are now destroying the APC billboard. They are now destroying the APC the broom. But hey, don't be silly here. You should have used the broom and sweep your houses and don't destroy the broom because there is nothing between, there is no difference between APC and PDP. I call it the coming together of thieves. They regroup from one end to the other to do what? See how it's all about the state resources. I have had two conversations here with people from Edo, and the whole point is that it is about Edo State Treasury, who gets access to Edo State Treasury, and the people are just being a pawn of this game of political blackmail. But I think that serves Oshomole well because Oshomole has been removed as the um, party, and basically what it means, they said Oshomole should hit SAP. Let me see if I can if I can pull one up. I can show you quickly. You know, let me see if I can do that. Here, hold on. Uh oh. What's happening with my MacBook? Okay, yeah. So it says here, very quickly, that the Abuja division of the Court of Appeal, today being Tuesday, affirmed the suspension of the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, the APC, Adams Oshomole, by the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory. Remember, if you recall, some time ago, about 2 months ago, when Obaseki was actually pushing for Oshomole to go, when he made those comments that if he comes in, he's an illegal governor, blah blah blah. But a court intervened, and it was the momentum was reduced. Now, but today the Court of Appeal, in an anonymous decision, or rather judgment, a three-man panel of appellant court dismissed Oshomole's appeal as lacking in merit. That means, people, there is no other way of doing it. This is what I call parapoism, in the words of Patrick Obiagbo. You chook me, I woos you. That's what it is. Obviously, sorry, but that's what it is. I mean, this is really cracking me up because I'm kind of enjoying this. You know, listen to this. Justice Danlami Senchi of the High Court had issued an injunction order suspending Adams Oshomole as the APC national chairman pending the determination of a substantive suit. Now, Justice Danlachi, no, Danlami Sanchi gave the order following an application of interrogatory injunction asking the court to suspend Mr. Adams Oshomole or to remain suspended as the member of APC by the party in Edo State. Voila, that means Oshomole gave this guy an uppercut. Wallahi, the court gave him a knockout because this is a knockout. And meanwhile, you might think this is a joke. The court has already affirmed that. The court has already said there is nothing Oshomole can do. Look at it this year. Look at it here, people. This is, you can see that. Politics today. Appeal court upheld Oshomole's suspension as APC chairman. What it means, voila, there is no two ways about it, people. Oshomole is au revoir. Oshomole, bye bye. So, um, this is cracking me up, and I'm loving. You know, I mean, Nigeria, you can actually sometimes not even um, keep up to the things. The pace and the speed is amazing. Suddenly, boom, everyone is just talking about the same thing. No, Oshomole is gone. Remember, last week, the same Oshomole was the one dancing shaku shaku, that he has achieved what he wanted. Well, as if I knew. Yesterday, those of you, if you go to my Facebook page, I just said, he who has the laugh last. Not many of you understood what I meant. But again, I didn't want to say more than that because before some of you say, if Mazi, have you become a prophet? But he who has the last. Now, watch this here. Now, tell me, let's meet in the comment section. What do you think about this picture? Suddenly, you see the lineup. See Obaseki. See Yeson Wike. See Okowa. See the Bayasa and Akwebong governors. Now you have one, two, three, four. This is very intriguing. APC, because of Oshomole and because of his carpenter nature. You see, when you give a man, in Igbo we say, onye amara na oya chi ọzọ chi ọzọ, ọkpali eriri ọzọ n'ụkwụ. He who never knew that he will become amongst that he will become part of the ruling echelon. When he becomes one, he will wear the what's it called, the cowries round his ankles. That's what is happening to Adams Oshomole. Diarrhea mouth. The way he's been talking. Now look at it. The picture here says it all. That means the battleground is just shifted because I think the guy on the left actually is the deputy governor of Cross River State. I think he's representing what's it called, Olympus. This is a professor, you know, Udom, I think. No, it's not Udom is Akwebong. Um, this is a grammarian, the one that blows grammar, and this Budo is actually intelligent, the one that does all the PPEs and all the rest. You see that one, two, three, four. These are South governors. South governors there is Obaseki. So in Igbo they say nnụnụ tụba nkwe, anyị bụ ndị okenye amagokwo n'ebe ọ ya ebe. When a bird begins to swindle a little bit, the elders already know where it's likely to perch. Now we know where that bird is going, is likely to perch. You can see that. You don't need me to say that. Use your tongue to count your teeth. You can see that clearly here where the bird is about to land, and the landing pad is already padded. Not the Buhari and APC budget padded, but padded with foam. They are giving him a soft landing. He's going to land, and the fun begin. Because that it's very easy to know what is likely to happen, and that is it. And when people think that they know it, or when people think they can control us, basically that's what Oshomole is doing. Let me take some of your comments before I continue. This evening is packed because I'm still going to analyze some things here. I still have some pictures, but let me take some comments before I go further. And here, um, oh, sorry, someone said here my audience cannot hear a word from the video I played. Well, the video I played is nothing else. There is nothing there to hear because the video is where the Edo people are basically uh, burning the flag. That's what they are doing there. They removed the flag. There is nothing there to hear. They just yanked the APC flag. They just resigned. And the other one is they destroyed the billboard. So there is nothing to hear. The destruction of the billboard, they are destroying the billboard. The billboard is being destroyed. That's it. There is nothing, my friend. Um, and someone said, can I see that? Nigeria is a zoo country. Tony Moore said, uh, anyone who still supports PDP and APC leadership is an enemy of Nigerian people because those two are foolish. My brother, I can't agree. I can't agree more. You see, PDP is six, APC is half a dozen. But in some cases, in as much as I dislike PDP, probably even the way I dislike the APC anyway. But in some cases, PDP appear to be more humane and get some things better than the APC, even since Oshomole. Look at since Oshomole came in. Look at how many states they've lost. Look at what happened to them in River State. Look at what happened to them in Zamfara State. Come on, these guys are. I don't know. Sometimes I think, sorry, if you're challenged by your height, don't take it this person. But I know there is one in Northwest that he's normally very angry. The one that made Senator Shehu Sani to come back. When people are challenged with their heart, sometimes their anger can go over their head. The one that destroyed an opponent just bulldozed his house. Anyway, even when I say bulldoze houses, even the one that was gifted with height, that is Godwin Obaseki, Tony Kabaka, he destroyed his hotel, which in my last guest, when I had guests there, I said it. I think Obaseki's destruction of the house is abnormal. I don't like it. I don't think it was right. Till tomorrow, because if it's me, I would have put that hotel. If that hotel violated something, I would put that hotel in a better use. And believe me, you know, Nigerian system is a system that is being oiled by corruption. Obaseki is going to lose some votes because of the destruction of that hotel. It's very simple. Because those that Kabak helps by virtue of those illicit wealth would eventually, give not vote for him. Obviously, he's going to lose some from there. Um, I have to, Alex Nyema says, please, the problem is not the height of the person, rather it is the person with it. But while I agree with you, it was a joke, but I agree with you that It must not be about the height, but I think somehow, if we tell ourselves the truth, somehow those that are challenged with height sometimes. Um, I know the photo. Someone said the photo is 3 months ago. Yes, that photo is 3 months ago. But do you know what that photo is telling you? This photo means it's more like prophetic. That photo is 3 months ago. Yes, I know that, but that photo is more prophetic. Now, hold on then. If you think that photo is too old, then here, these are people this evening in Benin celebrating that Obaseki has eventually done what they've been expecting him to do. So what do you call this then? Here, look at people dancing. People been celebrating and thinking, "What last?" Today a lot of things are free. People will drink, people will marry, people will do this and do the other. A lot of things free this evening. Yeah. So you can see that honestly, as you can see, a lot is happening in Edo State because no matter how you look at it, and even at that, now watch this. Before I take your calls, now let me play this last video for us. Then I can take your calls. Okay, watch this. You know what? This is very simple. I don't know. The videos are normally blurred. I don't know. I think it's because. So what is happening here? What is happening in this video? Hold on. Let's see if I can play that video. Let me see if I can play that video somehow else. Please bear with me for a moment. Let me see if I can play that video somehow else, because this video is very important that you see it, because that is the political Nigeria for you. When things are happening in this way, you can see some people will be happy, whereas some others may not be happy. Yeah. So let me quickly come to the point of allowing you to make your contributions here. Then we take your questions. And here we have this number is only WhatsApp number only, WhatsApp calls only. Okay. So the number to call is here. This is WhatsApp only. So if you want to make any contribution, you can call this number here. And Oshomole has been taken out. You see, they say he that how do they say that again? He that kills with sword should be afraid of the sword. So how can Wike? Actually, I forgot one video that I wanted to play. The one by Wike. Wike is saying, how can you, someone who is not
A man who I was watching a
someone
video.
who is not educated, how can he
Watching
go
a
back
video.
and say that the other person is not educated? You see, it doesn't make sense. That's weaker for you. Okay, weak actually. That's why you cannot like weaker enough. The guy sometimes says it the way it is without minding whose house is God. You know, because he doesn't actually. It's you see, because Wike is a fighter. That's why he was able to rescue his state. But here we are, a sitting governor. You tell him not to contest. Who does that? Who does that? A sitting governor. How can you just, look at a sitting governor, you say you shouldn't contest? No, it doesn't happen, honestly. So again, if you're from Edo or you want to contribute, this is the number to call. So let's rub mine this evening and see what, like I said, Edo is, or rather, Oshomole is bye bye Oshomole. There is no two ways about that. Bye bye Oshomole. Oshomole is a gunner. You know the way they say Oshomole is a gunner. Um, okay, this person is from New York. Hold on. Onyinyechi from New York, my big brother. Kudos to you. More. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Okay. So this guy is a gunner. Oh, I have some callers coming in. Uh oh. What's happening? Is that because of the network? Okay. So if you just called me now, can you call me back again? I don't know what's happening, but I think the line is now open. You can call. The number you see on your screen is WhatsApp only. So in this case, what it means, because the guy fired the first shot, there is nothing you can do. Now, and the APC sometimes can be very stupid. Do you know that in the whole of South South, APC had only a Edo State? By the virtue of their own stupidity, they've lost it. Now they've just, I mean, Charlie Boy will say, your mumu never do. How long will you be so silly to do something like? Because it was actually idiotic. It was idiotic to allow a state that you control, just out of sheer stupidity. You just allow that state to go. Out of sheer stupidity, you just allow the state to go. That's it. That's it. There is nothing. Eh? So you see, somebody said, uh, told, oh. Oh, that's good. Obaseki told Obaseki, hold on, it says, oh, told Obaseki told Oshomole, do me, I do you, God no go there. Oh dear. Hello, good evening. Who am I speaking to?
That's okay. Just with Ifeanyi from London.
Okay, Ifeanyi from London. Good evening, Ifeanyi. How is London today?
Good evening. Fine, thank you.
Yeah.
In respect of this thing,
Yeah.
APC is just doing it because they believe that they can use the army and the police. Do you understand?
But it didn't work. It didn't work for them in
So what
Rivers.
it needs to do is to sit down strong, make sure that you guide votes and all that. Because what they did, what they are doing is because
they want to use the federal might. It's called using the federal might.
Federal might.
Yes.
That is the only guts they have, because they know they have this backup of police, INEC, and the army. That is just it. Without it, that is just it.
But do you know there is a limit to using the federal might as well?
That is why I'm saying that the Edo people must stand up to them.
Exactly.
Just get some reasonable advice from Wike. Just get to know what Wike did. Wike made sure that his people guided his roads. Let the army come. How many people will they kill? They will kill you.
Well, don't say let the army come. Remember, that was what was expected in Kogi. But when they started in Kogi now, election is.
I know.
You don't. Who won't die for a politician?
That's what I'm going to do.
Anyway, you see.
You must stand up to them. But you just know that they are coming with the police and the army. That's all. Because really fair for what they have done, winning fairly in Edo is out of the question.
Well, you see, Yamo is not a pushover. Oshomole could attest to that in his second term. Even Obaseki could attest to that. So he's not a pushover. But the issue is that in Edo, according to everyone we have spoken to in Edo, those that are not benefiting from the government, they will tell you that the guy has done, a lot of job that he deserves a second term. Even Oshomole when Oshomole was the governor, Oshomole was praising him, saying that Obaseki was his brain. Was one of those he was really using to do what he was doing. I have another caller on the line. Thank you very much for your contribution. Yeah, hello. 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 Can you turn down? Can you turn down the device you're listening to me from?
I'm from London. I want to speak to the man on the.
You are speaking. You are speaking to me now, but please, I can hear the echo feedback. Can you turn down the device you're using to watch me now, please?
Can you turn down the device you're listening? Okay. Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, it's better now, sir. Go ahead, make your contribution, sir.
Okay. What I'm saying, thank you very much. I'm very happy about your program.
Yes.
Yeah. This is what we're expecting. We want Nigeria to move forward.
Mm.
We want the democracy in Nigeria to move forward.
Mm.
But what we have been saying for the past few days, we are not happy at all.
Mm. Now, can I ask you, what's your name and where you calling from London? But what's the name once more? Sorry.
Okay, my name is Guy, please.
Okay. So, are you from Edo?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm from Edo, please. Yeah.
Ah, okay. So what's your view? How has the, what has it been with the performance of Obaseki?
Oh, we tap into, for the it's what Bermuda have done today. We're proud of Bermuda because of all the facility here in Benin today.
Mm.
All the infrastructure in the city in Benin today was done by Bermuda.
Mm.
I can reckon about two governors have done the best in that Edo state. One is Bermuda and the other one is Abuja.
Mm.
And the next one we have seen now is just for Obaseki.
Mm.
Because I've seen Lord, they be sending to me from Benin. The Edo Technical, even I worked in a panel before I left. Then when I saw the secretariat, I was overwhelmed. Frankly speaking. They're not talk about technical school. Yeah, to go. And they showed me the video yesterday where the gentleman, when it's a real pastor was going through the scenario, what they've been doing over there, the development over there. So such governor is not a person that they can push aside. Because we have our children here, we want our children to visit Nigeria, especially Benin. If such development is going on, we'll be have to come back.
You're right. You're right, because I love the
Okay. So we want it to continue and finish what the job is been doing. So that all the infrastructure, everything is been doing in Benin. They are allowed to finish it. That's what I'm about.
Yeah. There was a time I had on this program, I had some guests, and one of them said that the reason I asked them a point blank question, why do they think the governor ought to go? And one of them said that the reason why they want him and the people don't want him is because he's not carrying everybody along. And I queried, what does it mean to carry people along? And it turned out that because, in their words, that he is digitalizing tax collection. That means those admirals that normally collect money, put it in their own pocket, and write, someone without no means, someone without probably a secondary school cert, you can see them move with escorts. We have one of them in Lagos, MC, whatever. And this is a society that thinks that they can move forward, that they can catch up with other African countries that have left them behind. Look at Ghana, look at Rwanda, look at Botswana. Someone would argue that these are smaller countries, and so what? South Africa is, it's big, yes, but not as big as ours. But look at Algeria, look at Morocco. Yet here we are, just some people say giant of Africa, but I call it giant of Africa walking on a mosquito limb. It's unbelievable that the things happening. Someone is in his second term, and you can't even allow him. You can't even allow him. You see, I have a video where Oshomole was saying that, Oshomole had issues with his name where they spelled Aliyu, Aliu, and Aliyu. And he was defending it. Yet now the same man is the same person condemning someone who has Obaseki and Obasek. Jesus Christ. Honestly, the country is a joke. Yet you have a president. Listen, yet you have a president who has a name, Muhammadu, DU. And when he comes out and his name ends with Mohammed. Anyway, let me take the next caller. Thank you very much, sir, for calling.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, hello. Mazezoke speaking. Hello. Who am I speaking to? Hello, who am I speaking to? You need to know that you call a live program. You don't speak as if you're speaking in the other room, as says your president, not mine. You know, when your president says that he knows, he goes to the other room. Hello, this is Mazez, okay? Yes, hello. Make your contribution, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from, sir? Listen, if you're not willing to talk, you can give others the time too. Please. Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Daniel Jello. I'm coming from the US.
Okay, Nathaniel, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for the good work you're doing. God will reward you and prosperity will reward you.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're doing a marvelous job.
Thank you. What contribution, sir?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I knew the humiliation and the public disgrace of Oshomole was going to come. It was going to be so soon.
Wallahi, that is so sudden.
Whether the court or not, Edo people from Edo State.
Okay.
From Mesa precisely.
Yes.
I knew he was going to be disgraced because this wasn't a contest between political parties. It wasn't a contest between either Yamu, the criminal, or our governor, the Obaseki. It was a contest, a challenge. It was an affront on the sensibility
Of the Edo people. That's correct.
It was going to be a challenge. We're going to fight to finish, even with the last drop of our blood, to tell Oshomole that he cannot dislodge the likes of Aneni, the likes of Igbo, and plant himself as another godfather. We all pay dearly. We use our resources. Whatever. He took us to make sure we cooperated with Oshomole to emerge. Oshomole wasn't the best material. He's not the best material we can boast of in Edo State. We saw in him a voice for the voiceless.
Yes.
We saw in him a rugged man who could complement effort to dislodge the syndrome of godfatherism in Edo State. He came on board and started, misbehaving. I think the man is under his prayer. Where he drinks a lot. This is more than Gouda. He's fighting his political foot soldiers. I've been with Oshomole since our days in NAS. When he was the NSC president, the current deputy governor of Edo State was Oshomole's youth wing of NAS. The popularity Oshomole had wasn't just his personal popularity alone. Everybody contributed to make sure Oshomole, emerged what he is today. Thinking he was a genuine man. He's the greatest hypocrite I've ever seen. Oshomole is fighting his full soldier, his real friends. He's in the camp of enemy. If it were even possible, if Yamu one day in Gomeas, Oshomole would bury Oshomole. Oshomole would go into political oblivion. He's fighting his real men. Let me tell you one thing about the deputy. The deputy governor is like a foster son to Oshomole. The deputy son that adopted Oshomole when he's from a very poor background. Sorry to say this. I don't mean to be sarcastic. When he lost his father when he was very young, the deputy father, Shaibu's father, adopted Oshomole in Kaduna or Kano or wherever. It was the Shaibu's father that brought Oshomole up. So, when Shaibu's father died too, one good turn they said this house another. He also adopted intoxicated. Someone is so intoxicated. Or someone is behaving like a madman. It was even too early for him. I wanted the question when he will come back to Edo State and compare to us again that the same criminal of yesterday has become Messiah. I want to see how
Yeah,
he will compare to
but we
that Israel has now become a Messiah for them.
but
From the stone to death.
but we have
It's lucky that he's saved by God. We were all waiting for him.
but we
I
have
bought my ticket. I just later we improve. Everybody who is going to Nigeria to tell Oshomole, Edo State is on his private destiny.
exactly. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. You see, that is the thing. You know, one thing in governance is when someone is actually doing right, the people know that. I think Obaseki is that, and that's my candid opinion. I think Obaseki somehow upsetted those that have been eating from the system. I have spoken to a lot of people from Edo, both the grassroots people, both professors and doctors in Edo, and I can tell us this thing. Um, hello, hello. What's your name and where are you calling from, sir? I am. I am. You called in the live program. What's your contribution? You called me. I didn't call you. Okay. So what's your contribution, sir? You can speak, please.
Yeah, I can speak, but somebody, the person that I'm watching now is speaking with someone else.
No, I don't know what you're watching. I'm speaking. I'm speaking with you here, sir. We have over 200 people watching live, and other calls are coming in. Please, can you make your contribution so that I can take other calls? Thank you, sir.
So what we are trying to say, my name is Victor. I'm from the district.
Okay, go ahead. Mm.
The issue of Oshomole and Obaseki.
Mm.
No, it is not to be. We have seen this since 3 years ago.
Okay.
That the downfall of APC will start with Obaseki Buhari.
Mm.
This is the same way PDP died in Nigeria.
Mm.
I mean, I'm from the beginning family.
Yeah, but
This
what?
is the same way.
So why do you think? Can I ask you a question? Why do you think, from your analogy, why do you think the president snubbed him today? You know, he went to see the president, and the president didn't give him audience.
Yeah, the president didn't give him audience. We know that he didn't give him audience. Why? Because when President tried, when Obasanjo came to Edo State to make sure he settled the issue of PDP, he could not resolve it. Then when PDP lose Edo State, then they lose the Nigeria. And I want you to think that in any politics in Nigeria, the way Oshomole is running that politics, Oshomole, he has offended many youth in Nigeria. You know what I mean? The way he's acting, the way he want to make sure he don't believe, he want to turn Edo to his own. He cannot work for him. Edo is not Lagos. You know what I mean? There are many ways to kill a rat in the state. If you believe in police or you believe in soldier, there are many ways to kill a rat without holding the state. Because Oshomole don't want to make sure the youth of that Edo see life. We have a lot of Edos in Europe. I am based here in Europe. I live in Europe. We have a lot of brothers and our grandchildren who are here in Europe who are ready to come back home. They're happy that many families in Nigeria, their children is away, they're in abroad, cannot come home. They cannot come home to come and play with their family again. Many of them have decided not to come back again. Are they happy with it? We are ready for Oshomole.
Wow.
You never see, you don't even know, you don't know, we don't put nothing, we come for Europe here. Nobody, you can fuck with many people, but you cannot fuck with them to just, there's a parable in the book that say, Alemun, you want. The day we will come unto woman, forget to, do not sell for anybody.
Wallah.
Ready to die.
Wallah.
You know,
Everyone. What has it?
They are fighting gun of
Anyway, thank you very much for your. Thank you very much for your contribution.
We want to know how you want to play that election. Let's see how you want to play it.
Don't worry.
Go back to Katakomo.
Thank you very much for your contribution, sir. You cracked me up. He said they've actually gone to Europe for training. That line got me laughing. So, people, you can see that. I mean, these are random people. I have people from America, from London, he called from Italy now, and another caller from America. Yeah, hello, good day, sir. Yeah, good day, sir. Can you speak up a little bit? You're speaking to Mazes, okay, here. Mm. Okay. How is New York today? Sunny day. Thank you. Mm. This one you're losing. Hold on. This one you're using bedroom voice. Are you? Is that Azar room? Okay. I mean, it's not about me. I can hear you, but I want other people watching online to also hear you. I know. No, it's fine. It's you're fine now. Go ahead. You're fine now. Go ahead. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Well, you see, one thing if I've learned one thing in Nigeria since being born here, grew up here, one thing that I've learned is never to say never. I can never say it's not possible because anything that you can conceive in your mind, no matter how absurd it is, can happen in Nigeria. So don't take anybody serious. I mean, he tried to meet the president. The president didn't give him audience. He came back. They yanked off the APC flag. Now Edo State only has Nigerian flag, no APC flag in the government house. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So it might be an opportunity for them to go back and do whatever they want. But honestly, I don't know. But one thing you need to take away is the question is, why did Buhari not say him? Does the president want to just make it look like he's innocent in all the conflict? You see, the thing is that he's never aware of anything. That's why killings will be happening. Bandits will be, or headsmen will be invading Benue State, invading Enugu or Anambra or Bini or the Yoruba land. And all he do is that he's not aware. I mean, so if he's not even aware that Oshomole came or that Obaseki came today, I wouldn't be surprised. So that's why I say nothing surprises me again in Nigeria because it's a nation of absurdity.
Thank you so much. I sympathize with the people of Edo State because I'm not from Edo State, so though I'm always aligned with what is happening in Edo State.
Yeah, but you're not from Edo, but you know what they say, ometuimi, ometuonu. So when he touches the nose, almost is close to the mouth. So you cannot drive from Lagos and down to the southeast without passing Guinea. You know that.
Sure.
Exactly.
Anyway, no problem. The only thing I have to tell you again is that, let's move at the best control. But to me, I would advise for sure Obaseki to remain in whichever party you want to go because his party that he protested for years never saved him. Even the president, they never saved him. They told him, you attend to Israel. So it's better for him to go any party he wishes to go.
Okay.
Thank you so much, my brother, and
Thank you.
also always give us time. Don't allow us to say much, so we give chance for others to call. Because the second person, because the last person that called, he really spent time.
Yeah, but do you know how? Do you know? You see the thing now. That's typical. This. Do you know how long you've spent? You spent 4 minutes plus. You know that?
Yes, the guy spent almost 10 minutes.
No,
Because
no,
he
no,
was
no. He
there
didn't.
watching everything.
He didn't. Anyway, thank you very much for your
Thank you,
call.
my brother.
Yeah, that's that's Nigeria. If I give you 1 minute now, it won't be enough. If I allow you, and anyway, that's fine. People, I don't know what you're thinking, but I think, like the question he asked me, I think the next thing that is going to happen in Edo will be that the governor, as I said, no, no, Tobankwe, Amagebo Yebe, the governor is likely to defect to PDP. Now, the question is, if he goes into PDP, have people trying to, waiting on the queue to get to their turn to contest to be a governor of a state. If that happens, would PDP give him waiver? Would he go in as a new person in a PDP and contest? I mean, in as much as I don't like what Oshomole did to him, but equally, it's it's unfair for someone to suddenly, because he's an incumbent governor, go into another party and now lord it over people. If imagine, say you now watching me, you've been in PDP in Edo, you've been there for 8 years or 10 years, waiting for it to be your turn, the turn of your zone, to now for you to contest. Yes, you probably do not control the same resources as the man controls. But suddenly when it becomes your turn to get to be part of what is happening, someone now comes in from nowhere and takes the ball from your face. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just because again, in analyzing issues, there is the need for us to look at both sides of the coin. And in looking at thinking aloud here, saying, in as much as I am happy that he is leaving APC, but what else? I have another caller here. So, Mazezoke speaking. Who am I speaking to?
Sorry, you're speaking with the Obara Onyebuchi from New York. Sorry, let me answer your question because there was some question she was trying to answer.
Mm.
For the first that you talked about somebody's son, remember the Nigerian system and the way the politicians see it, they believe that you must have your 8 year tenure. So the son just got his 4 years. So anybody that is in PDP or whatever that is trying to come, this is his son. He's not his son because the people son this way. No, he's never his son. So for me, for them to align with this man and have an agreement with him, you can see that the deputy is going to be sacrificed. You know that. So for them to
You
align
mean
with him and second,
you
yes,
mean the
yes,
well
that this man
again?
is sacrificed. It's a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
deputies are normally spare tires anyway. Sorry for that, but he could be
Yeah,
getting.
but then sorry, they have a stake. Have a stake. No
Yeah,
matter
but he could
whatever
be
they
settled
do
anyway. He
in
could
the
be settled.
constituency. Yes, it has been settled. That's why he followed the suit of his master. So what I'm trying to tell you is that for the fact that Eze Iyamu that jumped into the thing, no matter he got a governor, but they gave him a waiver. If you look at the president like Autumn of Benue State, he jumped from the APC, named them.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
it's
That's
not
true.
a
But
new thing in
but
Nigeria.
let me pick this call,
Yeah.
please. Thank you very much. Yeah, hello. Mazezoke speaking.
Hello, good evening. Well, it's okay.
Yeah, good evening. Who was your name and where are you calling from, sir?
My name is Audio Processing calling from India.
Well, Ojioko, you see, India, you people should be sleeping by now. What are you still doing being awake? Or is it early morning?
Because I want to listen to your program since I know you pick up your network.
Thank you very much. Now you make me blush. Go ahead. What's your contribution? Well, heat they kill us here.
Okay. Yeah, this is a very interesting topic, even though some of us do not believe in Nigerian project, but I think politics is a very interesting thing.
Mm,
And I, for me, I really commend Governor Obaseki for at
mm,
least putting up the fight.
mm.
Like,
But he started. But he started very late.
he started very late, but I still believe his decision is the best. He has to make the move instead of not doing anything at all, because we know how Nigerian politics goes. If he did not put up, if he failed to put up a fight, eventually he's going to jail. That's if Adams Oshomole succeeds in staying put as the national chairman of APC. So it is better he fights and see where his fight takes him.
So, don't you think he should have done what he's doing now long time ago?
Yes, I agree he should have, but better late than never.
Yes,
Better late than never.
that's what I said. But honestly, because look at it this way, he, you've been disqualified. This is the fourth day you've been disqualified, right? It was disqualified on today is Tuesday. This is the fourth day you've been disqualified, and you still have no party, and you still were just still floating, you know. But this is a move. I believe he wouldn't have been disqualified if he had made bold moves that didn't contravene party principles by not becoming a member of another party, but he was, if he was seen with the AP, with the PDP clearly making like the visit he had with Week, yes, and Week. Imagine that week he was to be screened that he was doing those visits, going to Autumn in Akwebong, going to Wike, going to River State, and going to Okowa. Probably could have changed the whole narrative, or probably could have changed the game, but I don't know. But somehow I feel he left it to the dying minute. And again, there is something you have to know. I don't know if you have read the 48 laws of power. Sometimes when you
Yes.
watch him, I watched him once saying that Oshomole should stop coming to, interfering in this state, Oshomole to do this and do the other one. And sometimes you wonder, hey, what's happening, man? There are things. One, he says, do not outshine your master. The other one, he says, if you must kill a dragon, then make sure the head of the dragon is properly cut off. You can just start the fight, and midway, and it appears the only thing you had in your arsenal was to remove Oshomole. When that coup failed, remember, he hatched that coup with the Minister of Works, Rotimi Amechi. But when that coup failed, Rotimi Amechi is there. There's nothing, but look at you now, you're paying the price. So, what was your plan B? The case is politics. You must, from onset, before you launch an attack, you must have your plan B, C, even D if need be. But anyway, I'll give it to him. Probably he's not a politician. So, obviously, that's why I think it happened that way.
Yes, that's one of the reasons. If you look at it,
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're reconnecting. Oh, dear. Sadly, he's reconnecting. So I'll have to take one or two more calls before I wrap the program up. It has been a wonderful discussion this evening. We looked at the APC crisis. That obviously APC is now in trouble. As Buhari snubbed Obaseki when Obaseki went to see him today. And what did he do? He came back and he resigned. Now, in the same day, court removed Oshomole. Let me take another caller from the United Kingdom. Hello.
hello, Madesoke, good evening.
Good evening. Who am I speaking to?
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from UK.
UK, yes. These pound people, Abby.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you for the good job you have been doing.
Thank you very much, sir.
I heard that Oshiomhole has been removed.
Yes, he has been removed, yes.
And it is good for him.
Make una hold on now. Mercy for the man now. Make una mercy for the man. Why all of una
listen. You know, in that Nigeria, what they are doing is recycling of politicians. That's why Nigeria can never get better.
Yes.
You can see when they did election, Oshomole was linked to the talks going to Akwa State. The removal of Imo State governor, Oshiomole hand was linked to it. Now he wants to remove the incumbent governor of Edo State, who has been doing a good job for Edo people. He wants to act like Godfather in Edo State, just like Jagaban in Lagos, not knowing that he has not got that power like Jagaban.
And Edo State is not Lagos.
Edo State is not Lagos, knowing that Lagos is the economic hub of Nigeria. So he cannot transfer what is happening in Lagos to Edo State. So I can say that Edo people should give Obaseki support, no matter. It's a pity that, to me, I can say that Obaseki cannot push the people lining up for PDP contest for governorship election in Edo State. He cannot push them away in the sense that he's just coming out from APC. So it's a pity. It's going to be a clash between the people lined up to contest for governorship and the Obaseki.
But do you know that money speaks in Nigeria, in Nigerian politics? He could
That can never get better.
Exactly. So he could no. Even before he gets to the point of voting, he could buy the delegates. Remember, he becomes into PDP. I don't know the level of primary, or if PDP would agree to give him waiver where there is not going to be any any co-contestant. If that happens, that will mean it will cost him billions because he was going to pay off those other people.
Okay, remember, if we spend billions to get that seat, once he goes in there, he will like to recover.
Then it's not about if he spends billion, then he automatically becomes a thief because obviously, second term.
What is happening in Nigeria.
And that's
what is happening in Nigeria.
That's what I tell people. If you remember vividly, if you go back and play the interview Goodluck Ebere Jonathan had with CNN in 2010. He was asked, and innocently then, Jonathan said he could contest. When he was asked the next step, he said he could contest or he could contest with someone else. In the same interview, after the 2011 election, Amampo asked Jonathan a question. And you can see where he was genuinely saying that he would prefer single-term presidency and governorship. You know why Jonathan made that comment? Because the amount of money they extracted from him scared him. If we remember, single-term presidency was mooted to him by Emeka. No, single-term, he was suggesting 5 or 6. So for the National Assembly to decide, but it was thwarted by the APC and Tinubu. So then ACN, it was thwarted by ACN and Tinubu. So they said no. Jonathan wanted to make himself a life president. Now imagine for 1 second that it is possible, because the problem my problem is not that that Obaseki had moved to a different party. We must all think here. Yes, the emotion and sentiment of you and I are not from Edo, but we'll feel the pain of someone being given this level of injustice. That's why we are spending time. You're spending credit. I'm spending my time and my airtime to discuss this.
Yes.
Now, beyond that, you will also agree with me that the challenge I now have is if I bring in my critical thinking, I pity Edo people. Even if Obaseki wins a second term, because he would have come back a wounded man. And sadly, there is no free lunch. He will recoup those monies they would have extracted from him. Now, remember, these guys they are mercantile politicians. So someone goes in there now and says,
okay, Mazel, if you can agree with me, Nigerian politics is in the hands of few cabals. And if you don't belong to that cabals, you cannot carry. And if you did not belong to that society they belong to, you cannot belong to rule Nigeria. That's why Nigeria can never get better.
You're
Nigeria
right.
can only get better unless they restructure Nigeria or Nigeria goes to regional states.
If you ask me, I've been saying
Nigeria
it.
cannot get better.
I've been saying it.
Nigeria cannot get better because Nigeria is not one.
If you ask me,
Nigeria is not one.
no, please.
There is division in Nigeria. There
Nigeria,
are class, second class, first class, and third class.
Nigeria has never been one. Nigeria has never been one. Nigeria will never be one.
So that's the problem we have in Nigeria.
Okay.
Before you take decision, you go to Abuja. Somebody from Abuja will take decision on what will happen to their own state, like what happened in Igbo state. They took the decision in Abuja. Then they did not mind the people in the states. What would they feel? How will it suit them? They didn't mind that. Rather, they took their decision and said, now, Igbo has been removed.
Now take what's I have my Lily Nenna Lelemwa said this comment. I want you to respond to this. Nenna said the following: there is a remote control now in Asorok. A woman has transformed herself as a first lady for life. Nenna, I can see you're really on fire this evening. Please, if you can call, I want to hear your voice. I can read so many. Honestly, so many comments you've been making this evening. Nana Lele, is it Lelenwa? If you can call, let me hear your voice and see your opinion. I want to understand what you mean that a woman is in control of Asorok and she's trying to make herself a life president. Nana, I think you are speaking in parables. I believe so many people watching me would want to also know what you mean by someone being in Asorok and trying to control being a life president. Um, Dorothy Ike Charles says, which court removed Oshomole? It's very easy. I thought I said that before. Yeah, I thought I said that before. The Abuja Division of Court of Appeal today affirmed the suspension of APC chairman Adams Oshomole. That is the All Progressive Congress. If it's Buhari, he will say it is All Progressive Confidence. So the APC, All Progressive Confidence, is being removed by the Abuja Division of the Court of Appeal. So to your question, this is the answer to your question that he was removed by the Court of Appeal. So basically, they've gone to court. So Nena, you are chatting from Texas, I believe. So if you don't mind, and I have here Ajekoye Akinjide. Akinjide said it is obvious that Obaseki will become a liability on PDP, even if he wins the election. Not necessarily. I think uh, Ajibode. Ajibode, not. I wouldn't think it's going to be a liability on PDP per se, but I would rather think that it's going to be a liability to Edo people, and my reasons are very simple. It's very simple. My reason is very simple because for someone who until Sunday, no, until yesterday, he wasn't in PDP. If he ever gets the PDP ticket, that's money. That's when you see raw cash. Because what it means now is every single Dick and Harry in APC, in PDP, will now go and want to buy form. Because it will mean, don't be surprised that they quote me, write what I'm telling you down. The day you will hear the number of people contesting for Edo State election, you will marvel. Because suddenly you might hear that like 200 people will come out. Because it means people will begin to say, okay, let me, because it will be easy. Now the fight is on. He would want to win against Oshomole to prove that there is no godfatherism in Edo, and to make a statement that you cannot just remove a sitting governor like that. If that happens, it will be on a heavy price. The PDP, his opponents, even those he works with, would extract their pound of flesh. Let Edo people not for once, don't make that mistake. Let's do not for in as much as I know that the emotion is going high, do not for once in Edo, those of you watching me, think for 1 second, oh, if he wins, everything is going to go back. You'll be surprised that if he wins, the type of things that will begin to happen. Because obviously, he is going to spend resources now to wangle himself in. And if he does that, sorry, is a price to pay. Like someone said before, the guy that called from London, see, these things it doesn't necessarily work that way. Nigerian democracy sometimes can make you sick. Absurdity happens. Mazezoke speaking. Who am I speaking to? Yeah, hello, I can hear you. Mazezoke speaking. Can you lower the device you watch me from?
Okay. Because you are still live on right now.
Of course, I'm live. Does it mean when you call me, you kill me live, or
Okay.
are you delivering special package to kill Mazi or what?
No. I just wanted to make a contribution
Okay, go ahead. You're live on. Make your contribution.
Okay. Actually, I'm calling from Susan. My suggestion or my this thing is, what happens when Obaseki goes to another party and eventually wins?
You
They
want?
will go to the Supreme Court and then cancel the election like they did in Imo State.
No. Why would they do that? How?
But they did it in Imo and
No. Listen, you need to situate situations here. Unless there is something that we don't know, if election happens, unless remember, Imo State was something that happened during the election. But the reason of disqualification is because of the name. Remember, you see, that's why sometimes it's good to follow something to a logical conclusion. That's why I'm happy that PDP actually followed their case when Atiku lost to Supreme Court. Because Supreme Court suddenly says it doesn't matter if names are not the same, as in the case of Buhari and Muhammadu Buhari and Mohammed Buhari. Supreme Court suddenly says that as long as you have the necessary experience and that school set matters, then who cares? As long as Obaseki has school set, who cares if he has a different name in NYC or University of Ibadan or whatever? So it doesn't matter. So it's fine. So honestly, at this stage, I'm not a lawyer, but at this stage, I fail to see. The only thing, like I keep saying, I keep hammering this. The only thing I can see is the challenges in getting this. If he wins the challenges that he will have in delivering for the people of Edo, it's a challenge.
Because why I'm saying this
From
is,
my state of Anambra, we see it happening now. So
yeah, why I'm saying is that it happened in other states where when they have issue with the sitting governor and they impose this their direct voting system or whatever they call it, and then the next thing that they put someone they want and the impunity starts.
well,
So I don't believe anything about transparency in the APC system. They are not transparent, and it's quite clear. That's why everybody's having problem. The kind of decisions they are taking in Nigeria is so absurd.
is
I'm
it?
not trying to I don't belong to any party, but at least when things are being done normal in transparent manner, is there to be seen. So what have this governor done so wrong that he will be disqualified this time around, and he wasn't disqualified the first time?
Well, they said, I think I read clarity on that today. the 2016, he swore an affidavit. So the certificate was not cited. It was covered by an affidavit. In 2020, he said he found the certificate and submitted the certificate. Whereas then the discrepancy, because again, the reason why he was disqualified is not only one reason. There are other reasons, I think. Another one is anti party activities. Okay? So, but these are frivolous accusation, or if you ask me, it's flimsy excuses. It means nothing. Again, because for me, listen, if Obaseki must go, Buhari must go as well. Yes, I said it. If Obaseki must go, Buhari, because if Obaseki is not, if Obaseki is not the same as Obaseki, then Muhammadu is not the same thing as Muhammad. How about that? And Aliyu Oshomole is not. I have his even certificate. Let me even show his certificate here. Anyway, thank you for your call. Let me show Oshomole's certificate here. So for people to see. Yeah. For people to see people actually governing us, making noise. You can see, someone again is calling. I wanted to show Oshomole's certificate. Yeah, hello, Mazi Ezoke speaking. Who are you and where are you calling from, sir? Yeah, go ahead. Good evening. Yeah, good evening. Go ahead. Mazi Ezoke speaking.
Okay, please, I want to speak in Igbo because I spoke.
No, but what we are discussing is about Edo, and I have people watching me from Edo, so it will be unfair to discuss Obaseki, Buhari, APC, and we do that in Igbo. That would be unfair to them. Sorry.
Okay, quite understandable. Anyway, my name is Oyekachi, and I'm calling from, I'm Oyekachi Namani, I'm calling from Amsterdam, Holland.
Ah, okay. As the brief.
Yeah, the issue is that, to be honest, Nigerian politics is a kind of a bridge to nowhere. So I'm not that a big fan of getting very much involved. So let me just take this opportunity and tell you that we're very proud of all it is that you've been doing for our people. You know, we appreciate it and we encourage you to continue doing that because we need people like you. So I will just let other people
Okay.
who are very much interested in getting involved to use that time and express their feelings.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Somebody actually said here that I am talking trash. I wish you can, Eze, Elanya, I wish you can elaborate on that, or you can call to say why that is trash. I don't know. Please, they said, "Nsiara no ọkwụnụ n'afọ esi." So when you air your own opinion, I think one thing we have to learn, and so many of you who are knowing this channel newly, if you haven't, please subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel. What we do here is to X-ray the facts. We deal with facts here, not propagandas. If you ever believe in propagandas, please, this is not what we deal with here. Now, in doing that, we can always disagree. No, you mustn't agree with me. I don't know it all. But if you can bring your counter argument in a civil manner. We review that. You convince me, or you put up your argument. Then I put up mine. You can equally convince me. Like I said, I don't know it all. What I'm telling you is, as an independent observer in what is happening in Edo, I have given us this evening my view about Edo state election. You must not necessarily agree with me, but if you disagree with me, of course you're also free to say that, rather than just say that someone is talking trash. I don't think it makes sense in that way. But again, we will be rounding up very soon. I have here a comment from Martin Major. Major, is it? He says, if Obaseki wins from the poll, the result will be manipulated by INEC in favor of APC. And since INEC works for the APC, therefore Obaseki will seek a redress in court and judiciary is in control. Of course, I do agree as well, but the Edo people can stop this madness. Let me take this call from Germany. Hello, schönen guten Abend. Mazezoke speaking.
Uh, Hello, guten Abend.
Na, wie geht's euch?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's good. You speak a very good Dutch. You stay in Germany?
I went to university in Germany.
Ah, so okay.
Ach
That's
so,
good.
na. So, sag mal.
Because that's why I quiet there because I was so surprised when you
Yeah,
speak.
I saw your number. I greeted you in Germany. It can't be like say
Okay.
who. It can't be like say somebody where they waka kurukere and madam can't catch her. You can't quiet small. So go
So
ahead.
let me just make a little contribution.
Go ahead, sir.
The thing is that Obaseki can go to any other party apart from PDP because PDP is too expensive, like the way you say it. It's too much. So he can go to other party to seek for re-election in another party that will not be too expensive for him. Because if he go to PDP and pay all this money, how will we sure that it will work?
Now, can I explain something to you? I mean, this is my feeling here. Do you know why I think he's stuck with PDP? He could have used the Okorocha's method. Okorocha registered, they did their thing with AAC, I think AAC is called, right? In ahead of time, registered it, make sure it had a plan B. That is someone who has political imagination. In the case of Obaseki, he didn't. So, and I was wondering, the moment I was battling with Oshomole in all this time, my instinct I would have made sure if I could not control any party, I would have registered one to keep it by the side. Sadly, it appears he didn't. Now, reason why he has gone to PDP, in my calculation and my thinking is this. Remember, if you go in the last election, Buhari lost Edo State, isn't it? In the last election, PDP has two senators. In the last, so PDP has root in Edo. Iseyamo was in PDP. So he's left PDP. The only thing that can neutralize the popularity of Iseyamo is the structure of PDP. You see, I don't like PDP, but there is one thing you must give PDP. If you talk about any national party, that's PDP. So you see, you need to counterbalance the threat from Ezeyamo. You need to get the reach that the things he has done, the toes he has stepped on, will now hurt him. If not PDP, I mean, you don't listen. Is PDP or nothing? You know why? Because you can't have too much enemies. If you don't get PDP to buy the sentiment of your brothers from the South, five governors to come and help you out, if you don't have that sentiment to tell them, okay, it is now our collective thing, let us make sure this is PDP region. If imagine where you are, you go into another party, maybe Labour Party, AC or AAC. Now you have PDP to contend with. You have APC to contend with. Wallahi, that one they will roast you like a roadside corn. That one,
Yeah.
that one
That
is
is
dead.
true. But in other way, like they were saying before that Adams Oshomole is a suspended chairman. So for the things that they have been doing with Osagi is there Yamu and all this thing, and with this judgment of this court, I think they will do something about it again because anything he did that he have done before, I think they will still use that one against.
No. Well,
Against them.
it is. Remember, let me point out something. I had a program on Saturday and I asked the professor one question. I said, you are aware in 2016, because sometimes Nigerians don't like facts. In 2016, PDP went to court because of Obaseki's certificate. No one queries, no one wants to know what was the case outcome. Obviously, PDP didn't win. So there is already a judgment there. So they know what they are doing. It's just that that's why this guy, Oshomole is just using tactics to just fight him. That's all. That's my own. That's my own. Anyway, thank you very much for your time, sir. So, Schlaf gut und guten Abend. So, which city did you call from?
I come from Duisburg.
Duisburg. Oh, that's I know Duisburg very well. I was in Bremen.
Ah, okay. Bremen is close to us then.
Yes, Duisburg. We go through Duisburg when we go to Düsseldorf, and you know.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so have a wonderful evening in Germany,
Thank you
and
very much.
no worries.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, people, like I said, I mean, I want. So again, people, what we do here, I can. Ellen should go to bed. You people don't buy the trouble or leave him alone. You see, one thing we do here. Maybe he's new. He doesn't know. We deal with facts. We keep. There's a lot of misinformation everywhere. So let's keep helping one another. Good evening. This is another Italian number. Good evening. Buongiorno.
Hey, thank you. I'm very calling from Italy, from Milan City.
Yeah, buongiorno.
Okay. First of all, I want to make your good work.
Mm.
Okay, please. The question I want to ask, at least be confirmed that Oshomole has been suspended as APC chairman.
What other? There is no other form of confirmation you need than when a court of competent jurisdiction gives such verdict by a three-man panel. So what other confirmation do we?
It's really trending because the way it's really trending now, people are just trending it online and all. Like I haven't seen the main source. It is why I'm calling you.
Okay,
Watching you live.
Maz is okay. Is telling you that is confirmed. Unless the court wakes up tomorrow, do not forget that we have aeroplane drivers at the helm of affairs. So, unless if the court wakes up tomorrow and drive the aeroplane and changes their mind, well, in Nigeria, I've learned to say never, that things can never happen. But for now, that's what it is. Yes, it is true.
Okay, thank you very much. Lastly, what come about the suspension, please? Can you brief just a little, please? What
Okay.
result of the suspension,
Well,
please?
some group of people went to court seeking, I think, Edo APC went to court saying that he did some things, and the court granted them their plea. And he, Oshomole, went to court as well, get an interlocutory injunction to stop the implementation of that. Now, today, the Court of Appeal has vacated that, and obviously that is it. So it's court. He might decide, but what from the decision today, that means he must vacate office today. So he might decide to go to, to Supreme Court. I don't know. I don't even know if Supreme Court hears such issues. I don't know.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have sent this media to some of my family,
Mm.
and you must need more subscriptions.
So please subscribe to the channel. That's all we can say. Subscribe to the channel. Mm.
I've already done that. So I have a lot of families. I have to begin to share your good work that you are doing.
Thank you very
And
much.
I will begin to get more updates from you.
Don't worry. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's it, people. As someone said before, you do me, I do you. I think he said O said to O. Oshomole said to Obaseki, you do me. Oh, wow. Some people are giving me, they're blasting the like button. Please, if you don't mind, you can like the video, like the broadcast by just giving me a thumbs up by liking it. I saw some people, if you can do that, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you very much. Oh, I want to end, but people are still coming. Hello, good evening. You're calling from the United. It is already well with me. Thank you.
Some time ago, I was following your program. Then when you went to, sometime you went to America, correct?
Yes.
Then I miss your program. I mean, yeah.
But I've been online. But sometimes some people are blasting the like button, and it's making me happy now. So go ahead with your question, sir.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with your analysis of things in Nigeria. The way you go to the fact, not all these jingles and all these.
No, I don't do propaganda.
Propaganda. No, no, that's
No.
why I like to follow you. Yeah, follow your program. I'm very grateful. So, like what you are saying, just a bit, because I know many people are calling.
Yes.
You see, they say it's a karma. What goes around comes around. But that is what Nigerians, many of Nigeria, what people don't know.
Mm.
Oshomole, people should have known him that the trade union leader, right, the chairman of a political party, it's not there. And if you written here, know what Askanti did, that nobody could put him as a chairman of a political party.
Mm.
But not in the case of Oshomole. He hasn't got caught. The guy is so, it's like Apple, which he should have remained there and finish his governorship and get out. But they gave it to him because he can talk. Unfortunately for him, what he wish somebody else has turned around to him. So, that's good for him. And
Is
the APC and all political parties will learn something from that.
It's very simple. It's called the law of karma. But anyway, the case was already in court. Thank you very much for your call. Another caller is on the line.
Yeah, it's decided today.
Sorry? Come again. I didn't catch that.
Court Court of Appeal gave an unanimous judgment.
Yes.
That it was, that it was disqualified.
Yeah, but it would have been better.
Local to death.
Do you know if that judgment was given before it could have probably changed things here. So for some of you, anyway, thank you very much for your call. For some of you, I want to show us Oshomole's certificate here. Which one is this? Yes? Okay, Adams Aliyu. Now this is Oshomole's certificate here. He doesn't even have certificate. The certificate he has is attendance. It's not that he kind of wrote any exam. Now let me show us something that is very interesting here. If we look at the bottom here, what you will see is length of course. You will see 24 meetings of 1.5 hour each, held over 6 months. Over 6 months period. Subject thoughts, nature of trade union, their role in Nigeria, duties, relationship, legal position of trade union, blah. So basically, this is Oshomole's, and you can see that here it says Ahmadu Bello University Adult Education and General Extension Services Unit, attendance certificate. Now, and this is a man that is disqualified. It's unbelievable. Anyway, thank you. Let me pick this call. Yeah, hello. Hello. Yes.
Yeah, I'm joining the conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, I just got this line program, and I saw that caption.
Yes. Yes. I can hear you. Of course, Oshomole has been removed. That is the latest information. Must not only fall, Godfatherism must die. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your call. I have another caller. Yeah, hello? Yeah.
Please, I want to talk to. I've seen the number in media.
You're speaking live. You're now on live TV. You're speaking to Mazes, okay? Go ahead with your contribution, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. You're live with Mazes, okay? Go ahead with your contribution, sir.
Okay, what I see in this is this whole thing is just like
Go ahead. Remove whichever device you're listening to me, whatever device you're using at the moment.
hello, good evening, Master Seke.
Yes.
Yeah, what I see there is that all this whole game is political propaganda. Because why? At the initial stage, Oshiomole was fighting against Godfather raising. Now you want to be the Godfather. You want to be the Godfather of Edo State. That's not going to be possible. All I have to say, all Edo people have to stay strong and stand together. Whatsoever Obaseki go, that's where we all are going. We are standing by it.
Wow.
We stand by it, and that is what we are going to do.
Wow.
If they ring any election in Benin, we will know, because everybody in Benin already said we stand by Obaseki.
Wow.
All their plan, I know their game plan. Their game plan is to come to Benin to come and rig an election. They started arresting people in Benin. We have heard it. So they started arresting people in Benin. We have heard it, and we stand by Obaseki anywhere, anytime, any day. Let the Oshomole go with APC. We are going whatsoever Obaseki is going to. That's what I have to say.
Okay,
thank you very much, brother.
Thank you.
Good work.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you, sir. Yeah. So you had it. He said they are going with Obaseki anywhere Obaseki goes. But we had a caller that said they're not going to, he would have wished. But again, like I've tried to analyze, if you remove emotions and you look at critically what is happening, you might agree with me that it could be possible that the joy might be short-lived. That is, I mean, I don't know, but some might even say that I'm being politically naive here. But that's my fear. My fear is that the joy might be short-lived if he goes into PDP, and for the reasons I've said before. PDP is a very expensive party. He must have others to contend with. Remember, people who've been in this party before and all the rest. So again, but I think as many of you been drinking this evening, when you drink, remember your brothers, and don't drink too much because there is COVID. Huh? So remember, there are people who are hungry who might need some palliatives. But whatever, be that as it may, the main reason and the main issue here remains that Oshomole has been equally been punished. And call it karma, call it whatever you wish. It appears that is the way it is. He was removed by his own people that gone to court before. Now let me see if I can play this weak case video, and let me see if it can play, because sometimes when I do, oh, someone is calling again. Wallahi. Now wow. Okay. So hello, Mazes, okay, speaking. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I caught before I had to come back again. You are talking about, you're right saying that PDP is an expensive party, and there are people in the party before Obaseki moves. But I can't make the decision for PDP. But I think what PDP is likely to do, or have to consider taking into consideration, is they have to do what is good for business. And no matter what others will do,
I like that. They have to do what is good for business. Wallahi.
yes.
Do you know your statement just summed it up? It's mercantile. Politics Nigeriana is nothing but business. Politics Nigeriana.
That's the best. It's even business politics itself is a business.
Yes.
So that's what I expect them to do. They should do what Obaseki is a very good asset for them. They should adopt him and try to negotiate with those who are losing their mission to as well.
Now, can I ask you then, where is where is morality in all this?
The business of politics does not really go with the principles of morality in some cases. Let's be frank.
Mm.
Like I said, it is more of what is good at every point in time. And
So does it no hold on. Let's be a little bit philosophical here. So does it mean that the principles of morality has its, how do I put this? Does it mean that the principle, I understand where you're coming from, but where is the principle of doing what is right and at the same time delivering governance?
Okay.
Mm.
I will come from the angle of the principle of morality will be coming from the people, because the interest of the people here is at stake if Oshomole goes get away with his impunity. So the people of Edo State, I want to strongly believe that they are behind Obaseki. And if they are being denied their own preferred candidates, then the principle of morality will not be applied. But if they go with the person they so wish to have as their governor, they will get that morality, they will as well get the good governance. I want to believe that. I do not follow what Obaseki has done, but from what people are saying, I think he has done well, or he may have done fairly well. So the principle of morality comes from the people of Edo State saying we want this man to continue. And the governance will have to come with what Obaseki has been doing and he wishes to continue doing.
So what is about what he is able to deliver? What is he offering? Now you see where I brought in the morality issue here is, I mean, the morality in the part of the PDP and the morality in the time in the economic terms of the cost of executing the nomination. We're not talking about election now. We're talking about the cost of bulldozing yourself through the process in an already rigged environment or in an already charged atmosphere. That is, Anyway, it's it's neither here nor there anyway. You see, but it's just that we should be a thinking people. Let's emotion not run too high that we only look at one side without looking at the other. Like I said, I have my fear, my doubts that by the time he bulldozes himself and emerges as their candidate, I want to wish that I would ever know how much that costed him. Anyway, thank you for your call again. Once more, I have another call on the line. Hello, Mazes, okay, speaking. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, Mazes, okay, speaking.
Yeah, Mazi, I thought I was live, but I was just watching you.
Yes, you are live. You are live now with Mazes, okay. Live with Mazes, okay. Go ahead, make your contribution. I have other callers waiting.
How are you? This is George. I'm George. I'm calling. I'm a Nigerian resident in Sao Paulo, Brazil. How are you?
I'm all right, and you?
There.
Go ahead, make your contribution, sir.
Yeah, I think in the first place, I think you were just talking about morality. It is just for us to know that we don't have those kind of things in Nigerian politics. It has long been buried, and I think what has happened now probably might resuscitate it.
I think
So
I know that I intentionally brought in that question of morality because I know it will maybe spur some intellectual contributions to this discourse this evening. But I mean, it's a dead principle, so to say. It exists not in our climb anyway. It doesn't.
Yeah, that's it. Spot on. But I think what has happened is going to, sort of like be a shift in paradigm. It's about time we begin to change things in the country. And I think what you're doing is, in the very positive direction. We have to sensitize the people to know that, voting, choosing a candidate is a right that, belongs to every adult of Nigeria. And, nobody has the right to decide, who he wants to put in power and things. We'll talk about godfatherism and all those kind of things. I think Nigeria should, go a step forward. I think we're bigger than that, Let meritocracy, come back in play. Let people decide, those that are competent, who have the know-how to lead Nigeria forward. This is what we need. Oshiomole, Tinubu, and these vanguards, they've been there for so long. And, actually, they've not contributed anything positive whatsoever to the country. So I think it's about time for us to begin to really stand up, or against, this kind of impositions from these, self-made emperors. We're bigger than that. We're the giants of Africa, and we have to set the pace.
Giant.
Teach the smaller nations
A giant.
how things are done. The due process has to be followed.
You are
process has to be followed.
Sorry,
These
but
things about imposing candidates on electorate, I think it should stop. There should be a constitutional, whatever amendment made, to see that due process is followed in our electoral process.
oh, there. I'm just chuckling here, and it's these are nice sounding words, nice sounding ideas, but who's going to instill them? How do you talk about these ideas you just talked about now, where you have a party that campaigned? You can still Google it. APC Manifesto 2015 campaigned on restructuring NNPC, restructuring the country, restructuring the police, blah blah blah. And when they came in, your president sat in front of television and denied the whole freaking thing. And I mean, anyway, if you still have hope,
it might be wishful thinking, but I think, we were there, to look at these things and try to, the system is, is flawed. We know that. And I think
but we
the
keep
job
pushing.
you're doing is very good. I was just very, happy that I could call, because I have been very, very, very irritated with, what has happened. I'm not from Edo State. I'm from River State.
Not that am I.
It's got nothing to do.
Not that am I. But as they
even
say,
though I have an opinion leader, I have been the president of NIDO Brazil past 5 years.
okay.
And sometimes I think like we have to begin to talk to these people that can really bring about change in the country. And today I think you are opinion leaders. Your program is it has I think an audience that can be really sensitized. So I think it's a way forward. It's just my little contribution. I know a lot of others are trying to call it, but it was a pleasure talking to you, Maz.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Stay in touch, please. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. So that's it, people. I had a caller who have called many times from Germany. I don't know if you've gone to bed. I read someone saying, "Ma, these chooks." That means Mazi bye bye. I don't know if it's you that you've gone to Germany. Let me see if I can bring you back. I don't normally do this, but because you've called multiple times, I would see if I can get you back on. Now, someone. Okay, hold on. Yeah, hello. You're live with Mazes. Okay. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, you're live with Mazes. Okay.
Okay. I'm around. Felix Efeobia is my name.
Okay. Yes. Make your contribution. You're on live program, sir.
Yeah.
you called multiple
As
times.
much as I love Oshomole as the governor of Edo State then,
Mm-hmm.
because of the failure of the previous government,
Mm-hmm.
but now he's tyranny over the Edo people, trying to divide the ancient city of Edo
Mm-hmm.
is what is intolerable. And there is no person, and there is no Edo person, the real Edo person, that will be happy with his decision to try to divide the Edo and make Edo to be that of the Agberos. We all pay money to go to school because of good governance and good education, so that we can become somebody. Why is it now that the people that refuse to go to school and the person holding gun to hold us hostage, and Oshomole is the support of that kind of situation, which is intolerable? I will be grateful, I'll be happy if it will be a turnaround for Obaseki to continue and complete his own tenure of office before any other person can come in, and let's see what comes after then.
Mm.
Thank you.
You're right. Thank you very much for your contribution. So, on that note, please, everyone, thank you for sticking out with me. I will be calling it a day tomorrow or next. We will be looking at. So, let's watch and see how what is going to happen. Then, maybe tomorrow we'll be meeting again. Please don't call my number now because obviously I am going to put the number off now. Once more, it has been a pleasure um, staying with us this evening. Let me see if I can find this video and play this last video. And I think that was a master stroke from Yeson Weekend. So if that video plays, that is going to be the last part that I'm going to do this evening. And here is the video. Listen to the video before we all sign off. Okay.
In the name of God, see what
Oh, something, and I'm going to find a way to fix this. It's not working, but let me see
that
if it's coming.
Obaseki to the premier university in Nigeria and graduated.
It's not playing right. Let me see, because obviously that's a summation by the governor of River State. That is in the person of Yeson Wike. That was what he actually said about Oshomole. I needed to play that in order to get us understand what is at stake here. You know. So I think, hold on, just oh, what happened? I'm just trying to see if I can get this up so I can play this video, but it appears it's not working. That's technology for us. Sometimes it doesn't play the ball, but I believe tomorrow is going to be another day. If the Lord tallies, we will be here alive tomorrow. Maybe next, depending on how my time permits. If I have the time, depending on the developments tomorrow, we might be back here to discuss more other pressing issues. Again, for those of you that joined me for the first time today, I will say welcome and thank you for joining me. What I do on this channel is to explore facts, not propagandas. So I can see so many of you who already know what happens here. I saw some of the comments when someone said something the way you took him on, and I say thank you. That is the only way. If you and I, because these days there is a lot of misinformation flying around. Let's not help in misinforming the public. You and I can help to make the internet a better place. Not that when you open up something, it's just misinformation. And it appears so many of us love that level of propaganda information. But we can actually control it. We can actually make it less, because again, some of you, even if you're not in Nigeria, some of you in the diaspora, it could be that sometimes when our moms and our dads who now have access to internet, when they watch these things, sometimes it can, upset them and even get them agitated. And some of them are already aged, that it could lead to some outcomes that we might not be expecting. On that note, I would say the Edo people have won the first battle. The battle is not yet entirely won. What the Edo people need to now do is to eventually look at what is happening and take the right decision. On that note, I would want to play. Eventually, it appears it's now working. Let me see if I can play the last video. Then I'll call this.
I was watching a video
Okay.
last night.
See? So this is it here.
When Oshomole, as then governor, was campaigning for Obaseki, he said, in the name of God, who understands, who sees, who knows what is in the mind of every man, that Obaseki is from one of the most reputable families in Benin. That Obaseki went to the premier university in Nigeria and graduated with flying colors. That Obaseki went to the US and came back with a master's degree. And when he came, he started creating jobs. That Obaseki came to help him do those things he didn't have. I watched him yesterday. He mentioned this road, Obaseki is involved. This school, Obaseki is involved. The other school, Obaseki is involved.
Question is,
The
what
same
changed?
man, the same man now comes to say no. The man's certificate defective.
You see? sometimes I can actually laugh. Wike is so dramatic in when he says these things. He says the same man says the certificate is defective. So sure, someone who doesn't have certificate is telling another man that the one he has is defective. So let me just finish playing it.
Has he apologized to Nigerians? To Edo people? How fraudulently he now presented a man who had defective certificate. A man who went to a Nigerian premier university. And the university came out to say, look, this is our product.
University of Ibadan has done that.
You get from the so-called progressives to disqualify a sitting governor that has a defective certificate. In any case, let's ask ourselves a question. Who is this person who is saying that a sitting governor, a man who attended Nigerian Premier University, has a defective certificate? Who is this person? A man who does not have certificate is saying that my own is defective. I think me I have is defective. You don't have. You see how
Wike just cracks me up. Let me listen to that line. I like listening to it. He said, let me play it again.
a man who does not have certificate is saying that my own is defective. I think me I have is defective. You don't have. You see how the country is?
Wike, wallahi, I'm sorry. Wike, you go keep person. You see where the country is? And for me, this is a fine place to leave it. Those without certificate are questioning those with certificate. Isn't that an absurd nation? And I remain Mazezoke, and I say to you all, good night. See you tomorrow. Bye bye for now.